constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lane. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Catch in the middle. It's Lee. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking for the score. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turn it over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Off play action on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling down.
There he goes. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. Might be changing the route. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end getting vertical. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, these little 1, 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Takes it all the way inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9-yard line, and they turn in a huge chunk play. And the Trojans have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running to the left. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
Handoff to the single running back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Off the play fake. He'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Back to throw. It's Stockton. Dumps it off in the flats. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So an 82-yard drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game isn't
going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Catch in the middle. It's Strachan. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Looking down the middle. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Rides the back on the option, the give. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown Bulldogs! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
The give from the gun. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Makes the grab, it's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, still a little ground covered, pick up the first.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads it downfield. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Frazier. Turning it on. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the toss. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate.
And Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Takes it the other way. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Get set, get set.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense.
Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flying down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mayava. It's complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go!
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He has the first and still on his feet. Rustled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback adapting. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Takes a handoff. It's Hardy. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
The Trojans will have it first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Looking for a huge play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, USC. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build. You've got to improve. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got a chance to take this one back. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. And he takes this from inside the 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Creates a little space. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing...
Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you in recruiting trail in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Mayava. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep end.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the Trojans get the first down.
Bad news for the defense. They gave up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a lick on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually. Good job, bud. Attaboy. You might get a helmet sticker for that, but you're also going to be in the ice bath after the game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Ready. To the air, it's Mayava. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the option. Runs through a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Going for the marker on the ground. Breaks the tackle. And another broken tackle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
How about that fourth down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Oh, man, that's a touchdown. He's in the end zone. He has got to be able to make that catch.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Hard running there. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.